Welcome, welcome! It's Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, bringing you another Star Citizen video. And today I'm going to talk about Drake DefenseCon. This is happening during Invictus Launch Week, well at the end really. Drake was not invited. They have a less than stellar reputation in the UEE. The UEE feels like they probably deal a little bit too much on the black market with outlaws and less reputable types, but that doesn't stop Drake from also dealing with other folks. And actually, one of their starships, get it? Starships? Anyways, bad joke. One of their starships today is the Cutty Blue. This is just now flyable. We have the Cutty Red and the Cutty Black, or Cutlass, black and red in the game already. The red is a hospital or ambulance ship, rather. The black is kind of like a cargo runner. It's a multi-role ship. Whereas the blue is all about like law enforcement, bounty hunting, that sort of thing. It comes with pods in it to capture criminals. Like 12, you can get up to 12 different criminals at the same time in the back of your Cutlass Blue. So the motto is bad news for the bad guys. Interesting. It talks about containing. So it's got some really good features, some really cool features in the Cutty Blue. You've got the, like I said, the containment system in there, and then you also have the quantum enforcement device to keep people from escaping using quantum. That way you can close in on them and take them down. That way they can't escape from you. Then you also have the ability, of course, to capture them. I believe it's supposed to have a tractor beam eventually, so we'll have to kind of wait and see. It does have really cool blue and red flashing lights. Now, one of the other cool things I like here is this video that they did. We'll go ahead and watch it.
In a dangerous galaxy, who can you trust to watch your back? Drake's Cutlass Blue lets you take the law into your own hands. With all the attitude you expect from a Cutlass, formidable suppression options offering a range of lethality, supercharged thrusters, plus an integrated quantum dampener and onboard containment system. The Cutlass Blue, bad news for the bad guys. Only from Drake.
So one of the things you saw there too was the power to the people slogan. Really cool slogan that they have there. I like it. It's kind of it's more, well, let's put it this way, like Aegis is the old manufacturer that's part of the Messer era that not always viewed tremendously, but they have some great old ships. Anvil's kind of like the new child on the block as far as military hardware. They do a really good job of making these new ships that are real armored and, you know, tanky. And then you also have manufacturers like Origin, which is kind of like for the snobs, so to speak, if you want to call it that. So Drake is trying to be the manufacturer of the people. What do the people want? And that's kind of what Drake is going for. And they have some really cool ships, which we'll get into some of those as well. A little bit more on the blue. Here is their sell page, really, all the technical specs. Of course, 4x3s, size 3s, size 2 shield, 12 holding cells. And then it's $150 war bond, $175 with credit. So this has gone up since previously, like they always do. When they go to flyable, they go up to maybe their final state, maybe get more expensive, who knows. But it's a very cool ship, very good. It's going to be more armored than the other two Cutlasses. With the hospital or the ambulance ship, that's not going to be too armored up. And then the multi-role ship, armor's not really what they're going for in that. You can also get it in a trio pack with the other two. Both War Bond and Credit, and then you have the Drake Complete Pack for War Bond at $4,100 and $4,600 for credits. Now this includes the Corsair, the Vulture, the Red, Cutlass Red, the Dragonfly Black, the Kraken, the Kraken Privateer, the Cutlass Black, Cutlass Blue, the Drake Buccaneer, the Caterpillar, the Dragonfly Yellow Jacket, and the Herald. Of course, with lifetime insurance. So you get all the Drake ships that are currently in the game for that price. It's kind of pricey. Something else that's really cool here is they have a Drake Interplanetary mug for 13. Well, it's 13 bucks for me, I think, because I'm a subscriber. $15 for most everybody else. You got the schematic poster, the mouse pad from Razer, the Goliath mouse pad, and then a Drake Interplanetary t-shirt. That's really cool. Now you can also upgrade to the Cuddy Blue right now as well from other ships. But this is not the only ship that they're showcasing. They also have all their other ships on sale right now. As you can see, the black is $100, the red is $135, the Buccaneer $110, the Caterpillar $295, the Dragonfly is $40, and the Herald is $85. Future ships like the Corsair, which is their Explorer that's a lot like the Connie, but cooler is it's got the asymmetrical design, $215, the Vulture $140. This is going to be a starter salvage type ship. So it's kind of like the Prospector is the starter for the miners. The Vulture will be the starters for salvage. Then you have the Drake Kraken conversion kit. So if you have a Kraken and you want to make it a Kraken privateer, $300 Warbond, $350 with credits. Chairman Club offers the Kraken $1,400, Warbond $1,650 with credit. This just had the second wave at 10 p.m. my time. Tonight or last night. I'm doing this video during the night, and then there'll be another one at 8 o'clock in the morning, so probably about the time this video goes up these will be on sale. Then you have the privateer at $1,700 and $2,000, and of course you got your conversion kits and your complete Drake packs, so pretty cool there as well. Then you have your in-game gear with of course, the Drake gear pack and the Celebration gear pack as well. And then, of course, our merchandise, which is different from the Invictus Launch. I like that. So, pretty cool all in all. So, let's go ahead and go to the convention floor, the DrakeCon floor, the Drake DefenseCon floor, and take a look at what they're offering for us to look at. So we're here outside the Drake DefenseCon, Drake Interplanetary's DefenseCon. It is going to be their little event here that is opposite of Invictus Launch Week. Let's go down to the convention floor and take a look at what they have to offer. And many of you may be excited, as I am, for Drake. I really like a lot of the Drake ships. I don't like that they don't have escape pods, but they're kind of built minimalist, you know, for people on a budget, you could say. So as we walk out here into the main hall, you have, of course, the t-shirt sales and all of that out front. You got your programs, that sort of thing. And then we turn towards the main hall, and what are you greeted with? A Caterpillar. That's the very first thing you see is the Drake Caterpillar underneath the Drake Interplanetary signage. Then over here to the left, this is the Cutlass Black. Now, most of you have probably seen videos that I have done on all of these ships, but the Cutlass Black is, like I said before, this is your all-around multi-role ship. It will be able to carry cargo. You'll be able to do some sort of salvage, I guess you could say, because it's supposed to have a tractor beam, though we haven't seen that yet. It also packs a pretty good punch, you know, so it can handle itself in a fight pretty well. And then a Caterpillar, this is one huge, large cargo ship, right? Well, it's a cargo ship right now, but it's multi-role, multi-module ship. These sections right here, this is a section. This thing will, in the future, be able to be removed and replaced with a different section. Whether it be a Dragonfly bay, a med bay, some sort of extra crew quarters, or a science lab. You'll be able to replace those cargo modules with different modules in the future. So that's something that's really cool about the Caterpillar that is not talked about all that much. Right now is the premier hauler in the game. This is where you're going to make most of your money at if you are a cargo runner. Awesome ship. That's something that you should look forward to if you're interested in cargo running or the modules in the future. It kind of has an asymmetrical design. This is the bridge over here, and then on the other side you're going to have like an observation bay that should also have a tractor beam, so that you can pull in all sorts of cargo and things. Then over here on my right, you've got 2 more Cutlasses. On the right is the Cutty Red. This is the ambulance ship. This is what you're going to be using to go pick up search and rescue pilots that are ejected, ships that are blown up. You might be able to rescue a few people and bring them to safety or resuscitate them long enough that you can get them back to some sort of a hospital or a hospital ship. Cutty Red is a must-have in any org. We've got quite a few of these because right now this is one of the few ships that you can respawn in if you die. Now that's not really a mechanic it's going to have in the future, but right now it's something that it does have because it's needed in the game. The other ships that have that are the Kraken and the 890 Jump, which are both very big ships. This is the belle of the ball. This is the Cutlass Blue. I really like the color and accent on this thing. I like that color of blue. I did do a rundown of this ship in another video. It's got like 24 missiles, 4 size 3s. It's just a beast. I really like the cockpit shape as well. It's to me, it's one of the best designed Cutlasses. Is it a must-have? Well, it just depends on what you want to do in the game. Are you going to be a bounty hunter? You know, if you're trying to be advocacy or police, it's a great ship to have. It's definitely more combat oriented than any of the other Cutlasses, and the design will show that as well. It's also got the quantum interdiction device, which we talked about. Not the interdiction, the quantum enforcement to keep people from going into quantum. This is the Drake Herald. This is, as a lot of people in my org have put it, oh wow, that guy's having a bad day. It's kind of like a spy van, you know, something like the FBI would deploy that you see in the movies. You're going to be able to pick up data transmissions and collect intel in this ship. It's supposed to be the fastest straight shot ship in the game. As you can see, it's not going to be very aerodynamic, and it's not going to really have very much weapons. This thing is to pick up the information and get the heck out of there and drop that information off and move on to the next task. That is what the Drake Herald role is. Then we have the Buccaneer. Now the Buccaneer is the light fighter of the Drake lineup. Even though it's a light fighter, this thing has got a lot of weapons on it, and they are rather nasty if you pick the right ones. The stock loadout's pretty good, but you can make this thing really become super nasty. It's already highly maneuverable and very fast, but be warned, there's no ejection seat because this is a Drake ship. As you can see, it's got 4 guns on the wings and 1 big Gatling gun up top, up there. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of fun to fly. I highly suggest that you rent it right now while you can and take it out for a test fly. See how you like it. It's one of my favorite maneuverable ships to fly. Now, it doesn't take a big punch because it is a Drake ship. They're not necessarily known for taking a lot of hits. But it is a lot of fun to fly, like I said, and it does put out a lot of damage. If you have a few Buccaneers, like a little squad of Buccaneers, you're gonna wipe the floor with a lot of folks. So keep that in mind. You're gonna be able to do a lot with a few bucks. Now here is the Dragonfly, one of the most popular vehicles that Drake has created. Not only is this thing great on the ground, you can also fly it in space. It's like a hover space bike. Really cool. really awesome, and there's several different paint schemes you can get for it. This is kind of a different paint scheme, I think, than the normal one. The normal one's kind of like black like this, but I don't know that I recall the particular stylings on it. There's also the Hello Kitty version that only a very few people will get for the referral programs, and then there's the Yellow Jacket, which is all yellow, and that one's kind of a limited version of it as well. Now this thing's also going to have a little bit of cargo capacity, and you can carry a passenger on the back of it that can actually fire looking backwards. It's pretty cool. I really like the Dragonfly. It's an awesome little vehicle. Then this is the Drake Vulture. The Vulture is the salvage ship that's not yet in the game because salvage mechanics not in the game. Why put another salvage ship out? But the Vulture is going to be like the entry-level salvage ship. It's got some really cool features, drones, that sort of thing that you're going to be able to use with it. Pretty neat, actually. So if you're kind of like, like mining has a prospector, the salvage ship is going to be the Vulture. So if you like the prospector and that kind of gameplay, you may like the Vulture and its entry-level gameplay into salvage. Let's go check out one last ship, my favorite Drake ship that I can't wait to get my hands on, can't wait to see in person, and that is the Drake Kraken. This is the light carrier. It will be able to hold 6 ships on the deck, 2 of which will be medium ships, 2 ships in the hangar bays that you also can support and refuel, rearm, repair, etc. And it has a Dragonfly bay, which I don't know exactly how many Dragonflies it'll be able to hold, but it's pretty cool. The regular Kraken. And now they just came out with the Kraken Privateer not long ago. This version of the Kraken is going to be kind of like a shopping mall. Your version of a shopping mall. You'll be able to have 10 different shops in the Kraken, 8 of which are going to be legit, 2 of which can be kind of illegitimate, because, it's Drake. They've got to have that capacity. And you'll have enough cargo space in there for the shops as well, but you'll have to maintain your shops by ordering more cargo, buying more cargo, etc. You can set the pricing in all of that. So very cool that they have that variant for the Kraken. I haven't decided which one I want more, the regular Kraken or the Kraken Privateer. I have both of them in the capability to have one or the other right now. I don't have both. I just didn't have the money to get both, so I don't have both. But that might be something on the radar in the future. Really cool ship. I really like it. It's going to serve our org very well as we have multiple of these. They may be floating malls. They may be absolutely terrors to come up against. It's not going to be the most heavily armed or armored vessel, but it does have a lot of weapons. Drake tends to have more weapons, less armor. So that's kind of what you can look out for on this. It's supposed to be Drake's answer to the Idris, where he'll take out the Idris P most likely, but the Idris M could give it some troubles, and maybe even the Idris K, depending on if it gets those big guns on it. But this thing, I believe, has size 8 ship-to-ship cannons as well, so it's going to hurt something if it hits it. Though it's more of a role of, let the fighters and bombers that you'd shoot off the deck or take off from the deck go after and kill your enemies. So guys, that is Drake DefenseCon in a nutshell. I really appreciate all you guys tuning in to watch my videos here as of late. Thank you for all you guys who have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button as I try to do a video every day. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the content. I have a lot more videos planned as well. I really love this convention hall for Drake. It is really awesome, really big. Also guys, if you'd like to sponsor or support me more directly, I have a Patreon page that'll be listed below in the description of this video, as well as YouTube membership that starts at $2 a month. I really do appreciate all you guys that have contributed. It means a ton to me. I can't say thank you enough. If you guys are just now seeing this game for the first time, now's the time to get in. You can get in for free and rent some of these ships and test fly them. But if you decide that you do want to get in, use my referral code down below and you'll get 5,000 bonus credits just for using it. So it's a win-win situation for you and me. I'm at 44 referrals right now. I only need 998 more to get to where I really want to be. So I'm on my way. So all the help would be appreciated. Thank you guys so much. I'm Mud Dog with the Texas Space Navy, and I'll see you out in the verse.